Hello, I'm Sue McLachlan from the Unicorn Advisory. I'm going to show you around Kajabi, give you, some little previews of my favorite features and show you how you can use this system to run your entire online business. Let's jump in. So Kajabi is software that can run your entire online business. It can house your website, your blog. You can create landing pages. You can create funnels. You can host your courses, your membership, workshops. Now you can even host a podcast. You can host a coaching program. You can use it as email marketing software, automations. Oh, there's so much. I love it. Having come from a background of using lots of different systems and cobbling them together and integrating everything and making, emails in one place, website in another place, course training somewhere else, video hosting, lead pages, like all the things. Having gone from that and then having, moved into Kajabi and having it all in one place, it is seriously phenomenal. It's just so much easier, so much less things to think about and less things to learn. So I do love it a lot. So I'm just going to start at the top and basically just go through some of these things and go through my favorite features. Now, one thing that I always forget about, even as someone who's used Kajabi for a really long time and lives and breathes this platform, is how helpful this little Kajabi assistant is. If you want to find anytime you get stuck, you can type in a question. It's going to take you to help articles, but it's also a really quick way to navigate around your site. Like say, for example, you're like, oh, I want to go to the welcome sequence. So you can, it'll bring you up, help, but it's also going to bring you, so we've got welcome to the course, like an actual lesson. It's also got our email welcome sequence. So I can just click on that and go straight through. It's also got, anything else where the word welcome is in it. So it's a really helpful and easy way to move around the platform. So highly recommend getting used to using that. I just sometimes forget about it. You can also just do quick jumps through to different trainings or different sections of the site rather than using here and, doing double, triple clicks, all those kinds of things. Now, if you do ever want to get help with Kajabi, you can always ask me if you are in Unicorn Heroes. I do weekly Q&As in Unicorn Heroes all the time. It's our Kajabi support membership. And also myself and my team answer all your questions in our Facebook group there. But there's other ways as well. You can use that Kajabi assistant to help you find specific help resources. You can go to the help center. Kajabi do live trainings Monday to Friday. You can contact support via email, or it's kind of buried, but you can actually go to live chat. So live chat is available if you are on the growth or the pro plan. Super helpful. You can, it's 24/7 live chat, so you can go in there and ask any questions. It's very awesome and I highly recommend it. I do remember the first week that I used Kajabi, having come from Teachable and Squarespace. I think I was on the live chat about 10 times a day asking questions. So, now it's very sporadic, but even still, it's nice to know that it's always there. So don't be afraid to use those help resources. And also, you've got me here all through this month. You can ask me any questions as well. So that is cool. That is, Kajabi help compared to other systems. It is phenomenal. Yes, I still have trauma from the days of ping-ponging responses with Teachable's help desk, where we were out of hours and I'd ask a question and they wouldn't properly answer it. And then the next day, it will take days, but when you've got 24/7 help, it is very awesome. Okay, so in this website area, these are all the things that you can do with Kajabi's actual website. So you've got a couple of options, which is really awesome. So you've got the actual website itself. So Kajabi gives you an option to have a preset website pages where they set it all up for you and you kind of just fill in the blanks. So you've got a store page, you've got blog post. This library and login page you'll use regardless of how you set up your site. It's got, about page. Don't worry about these yet. We'll come to those later. Homepage, thank you page, 404. So these are preset. You'll see that they're called system pages. So it means that you can't change your about page to be like an about the company or about us, it's always just going to be about. Home is always just going to be home, for example. But, if you want to get something done really quickly, it is a really good way to just, use this website area to get stuff done quickly. The good thing about the website is that if you make a change in one place, like if you go into the settings, I'll show you now just so you know what I mean. If you go into the settings and you change a color or font, it is going to change it on every website page. So if you want something where if you change a link in the footer or you change a menu or, you want to change, for example, your main color, you can come in here into this style guide. You can update your primary color, your button colors, you can update fonts, you can update heading colors, and that's going to update it on every single website page and area. So sometimes you want that, but sometimes you don't. So it's nice to know that you can do that in this area if that's how you like to work. You can add extra pages in under the website. But as someone who's used Kajabi for a really long time and sets sites up for other clients and people, I actually like to use the landing pages. So landing pages are similar to the website pages, but each one of these is an individual standalone page. So you can customize this, and you could have header, no header, a different menu. You could have different colors. You could set this up completely differently, and what you do on this page doesn't impact any of your other pages. So like I said, sometimes you'll want that and sometimes you won't. But I must say, having used a lot of different website builders, I've been online. My first business website was in 1999 when software was very different. Kajabi's website builder is designed to be simple. It's not as customizable, say, if you're using WordPress, where you can pretty much customize every individual pixel and put everything exactly how you want it, but it's so easy to use. It's just a great website builder, especially the Encore pages, which is the newest Kajabi pages that have been out for the last year or so. It is pretty flexible, it's pretty customizable, and I'm going to go into more detail about updating pages and things. Otherwise, I'm going to get distracted and this video is going to go on for weeks. Yes, so website, awesome. But just bear in mind, there's two different places that you can update. There's website and landing pages. They are two different types of pages. We also have pipelines. When I come to that one in a little bit of in a moment. So you can use a blog on Kajabi. I use a blog, I love it. I'm actually doing an SEO workshop on Tuesday. I hear from a lot of people that Kajabi might not be good for SEO, that maybe WordPress is a better option. Personally, I have found Kajabi great for SEO. I've managed to get blog posts ranking pretty quickly by using some really simple SEO strategies. I'm not an SEO expert. SEO is not the main driver of traffic to my business, but you can do well with SEO on Kajabi. It's just a case of making sure that you fill in all the SEO areas, that you structure your blog post in an optimal way. So that I am going to go into more detail. But yes, Kajabi is good. The website pages get found. Some of my pages are on are ranking on page 1 of Google by Kajabi pages, and I see other Kajabi pages also doing the same. So yes, you can get your pages found using Google, and Kajabi is good for SEO. So you can have a blog. This is your navigation menus and this is your analytics. So you can go in and check stats around payments. You can check stats around how many people have visited pages. You can see your monthly recurring membership, your expected monthly recurring, down the track forecasts, all those cool kinds of things. So your product area, this is something that I was jumping with excitement yesterday because Kajabi have just announced 3 new products and one of them is already available, which is super exciting. So this is my partner account, my test account. So this is where I play. So, I've got a few product examples in here right now, but this is where you create your courses, your memberships, workshops, any kind of product where someone is going to watch a video lesson, be able to go through like a course type content. So this is a very simple product. So you can set up categories, and then in the categories you have posts, and the posts are basically your lessons. And then in each post, when you go to add in your information, you can add in a video, you could add audio, you can add an assessment, which is like a quiz. You can also put downloads in here if there are PDFs or other additional resources. You can even set up automations. So you can set up automations, for example, that when this is completed, then you can give someone an offer. You can put them into an email sequence. You can add a tag. You can even send them an email. So there's different things that you can do as a result of the actions that people take inside your course. You can also set it to draft or published, and you can turn the comments for those posts on or off. So you can do that per individual lesson. And you can also go and customize. This is one of the things that I adore the most about Kajabi. Most other platforms, when you create your product, there's one way. You can maybe change the colors, change a logo, things like that, maybe put an image in there. If you want to do anything more than that, usually you're going to have to do custom coding. But Kajabi actually offer a range of different template options, and then you can further customize them within that template. So I think it's one of the main reasons that a lot of really big players in the industry use Kajabi as opposed to paying to get their own custom built systems done, because it's so robust, but you can make it look really beautiful and different. So if you come into here in the product area, so this is for your courses, there are different theme options available. So you can actually go and choose the layout and how you would like your course to be. So just so you know, the most common ones that I tend to use and the ones that are most popular with my clients are this Premiere one. That's probably the one that I use the most, and followed by Momentum. I actually have my Unicorn Heroes Kajabi membership set on Lagunita, and that's because I really like this layout of, the way that it's quite visual and there's individual graphics. But I have worked with some clients to customize a Premiere theme without coding, without doing anything super special, and changing this and making this a bit more visual as well. So there's lots of options. And the great thing is that you've got these areas down the side, I'll show you in a moment, where you can actually add in upsells and cross sells, and allow people to upgrade, to get access to different products, to send them to a Facebook group. If there's calls that you want people to join, you can link through and make it all look really good and lovely. So having all these options, like, it's always good to have options. Just so you know, it goes like oldest to newest. So actually Momentum is the newest, but these two are the newest themes. But then, as they go down, there's less functionality as you go through. But I've seen a lot of people use the classic editor. This Taylor one's very pretty and very visual as well. Not so much these ones. These are some of the ones that are a little bit older, but it's nice to know they're there if you want them. But that's the thing, you have choice, and that is what I love. It's one of my favorite features of Kajabi is, really being able to customize and make your course look beautiful. And it's important if you want your students to have that really good experience when they log into your system. So very quickly, I'll just run through how you can do some customizations. I'm not going to do them because I'll do that in a different lesson, but I just want to quickly show you. Hey, Alexandra, great to see you. Okay, so you can jump into this area here, and you can add images and graphics. You can choose what goes into every area. So you'll see as I go around that there are different, every time I click on a different area, it's going to show up this little blue box, which is a way that you can edit it. So you're like, oh, logo. So click on the logo and it's going to take you to where you edit the logo. The really good feature, one thing that I love about this, you can change all your colors, you can customize it and make it how you want. You can update and put a different menu. You could make a menu just for your actual course if you want to direct people to a, start here section. If there's a Facebook group or training calls, if you're on Zoom or things like that, you can direct people to exactly where they need to be. But one of the things I love about this template, the Premiere, is this sidebar, which I was talking about, which is your cross-selling area, where you can add your other products that you have. You can add an image, which is clickable. You can add a custom block, which is text. You've got your instructor area. And you can add multiple of those. And the welcome body is a really helpful area as well. So this is turned off by default, but you can add in here, again, images. You can even add a code block to embed calendars and things like that. Text area, you can add videos into this to make it look really beautiful. So there's lots of customization options. I'm going to go into this in further detail in another one of these sessions, but I just want you to know it's there, and customizing is one of the things that I love the most about Kajabi. Podcast. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna do a whole one on this, but I am pretty excited because it just came out yesterday. But podcast is a brand new feature. There's 2 more new features that are going to be coming to Kajabi soon: paid newsletters and coaching. The coaching is freaking awesome. I'm seriously excited about that. Now, yesterday I did a little test. And I don't actually have a podcast yet because I keep meaning to make one, and I've been meaning to make one since 2016. But I'm going to do it. It's on Kajabi. There is 0 excuses for me. So you don't need any other podcast hosting software like Anchor or Libsyn or anything like that. I mean, Anchor, you can edit it. So there is that. So, you do need to be able to edit it, but you could just go the, non-perfectionist route and record and load. I recommend that to make you take action. But the thing is, to actually get this podcast started, I set it up in 6 minutes or something. I think by the time I loaded a random audio track that I found and just played around, it's really simple, it's really easy. Then you can just get the links to then send it out to Apple, Spotify, and I can't remember the other one. There was 3 main ones, platforms that you could send it out to, and then that's it, you have a podcast. And what I got really excited about is I saw yesterday that Cliff Ravenscraft, who is Podcast Answer Man, he's been in the podcasting space, pretty much almost since the beginning of podcasting. He's actually moved all of his podcasts into this Kajabi platform. And I think he had something like 8,000 episodes. And I'm like, that is all I need. If Cliff Ravenscraft is hosting his podcast on Kajabi, it's got to be good. So so I'm really excited to dig in, and I will do a podcast excitement. I'll start another one. We can do it together, and we'll go through how to set it up, and I'll show you how easy it is. Okay, next cool features. Kajabi handles all of your sales, so you can sell. You could even sell a podcast. You could even have a private podcast that people pay a subscription to get to. You can sell courses. You can sell workshops. You can sell individual coaching. We sell a lot of Kajabi templates. So those aren't technically a product. We deliver them via a product, but you can sell those. If you have individual one-off classes, workshops, things like that, you can sell all of those through Kajabi. It integrates with Stripe and PayPal, and Kajabi does not take any fees on top, which is one of the things that made me very sad about other platforms is, you work so hard to get these things up, and when they take more fees on top, it's just frustrating. But there's 0 fees. I'm going to go into Office. There's, a few different things to be aware of with Office. I'm going to do a whole training on that. But yeah, I just wanted you to know you can put your entire checkouts. And there are people with multi-million-dollar businesses using Kajabi, just using the stock standard Kajabi checkouts, and they work brilliantly. So that is awesome. You can use coupons to offer discounts and things as incentives, which is really nice as well. There is an affiliate center if you are on the growth or pro plan, which enables you to get people to sell your courses for you. So you can get people who will recommend your courses and promote them, and you'll give them a commission. And the Kajabi Affiliate Center helps you manage all of that. So you can track the clicks. People will be able to log in and get their own individual links, and you can then see how much commission to pay them. So that is also very cool. All right, I hope this isn't getting too long, and I hope you are enjoying it. Let me know if you've got any questions. So Kajabi also allows you to do your email marketing. So within email marketing, you can send a few different campaigns. You can send a single broadcast email, which is like a newsletter, or you can actually set up sequences, which are really powerful, and they will be, welcome sequences. It can be a sales sequence, lots of different options. And I personally like to use the classic text editor, because this is this classic editor here. For me as an email marketer, I want to get send out emails that are going to get opened and get the most clicks on them. And I do find that tends to happen with the classic editor, but it's text only. Sometimes you want something to look really pretty. And there is an option for you here to set up your pretty email. So there's a few templates. These ones are a little bit plain. These ones give you some examples of really nice visually focused templates. Just do bear in mind, anytime you are putting a lot of graphics and images into an email, it can get picked up more by spam filters, which is why I like to use that classic editor. But like I said, sometimes, it's just nice to send something that looks damn gorgeous out in your email. So you have the option, and it's really nice, again, to have that choice. Now, Kajabi pipelines is another fantastic feature when you are first getting started with Kajabi and you want to do something really quickly and you just want to get it set up and you just want to move fast. And what the pipelines do is they kind of stitch together the different parts of Kajabi into one pipeline, so that you don't have to be like, oh, what do I have to do here? Oh, I need to do a form, I need to do an email sequence, like all the things. It sets it all up for you, gives you kind of default placeholder information that you can then customize. And when you are brand new to Kajabi, this can be a godsend. For me, as someone who uses Kajabi day in, day out and knows it inside out, I don't tend to use the pipeline so much, but that's because I kind of know off by heart what you would need to include. But yeah, you can use these pipelines as a way to sort of shortcut that, so you don't have to be a Kajabi nerd like myself to get the most out of the platform. So I am also going to go into more detail. We're going to have a training all about pipelines, but it's good to know that there's lots of different options that you can set up. There's a webinar, a free book, coaching campaign, product launch, sales page, or a freebie. And it's actually going to set up, when you click on it, it's going to tell you that this has got 2 pages here, an opt-in page and a thank you and an email. And anytime that you have an opt-in, it's also going to create the form, which will then get people's email address and give them, put them through into that email. So it's a nice little shortcut process. So I will do some further training around pipelines and actually show you how to set one up start to finish. But if you're not sure about what you need to do, and if you're brand new to this whole world and you're like, I don't know what I need, then you can start here and maybe go and look at this sales page, for example, which is going to then give you a series of emails which is set up, and it's obviously someone else's content, but it can give you an idea about what you can put in there for your content. And it's going to give you the opt-in that someone will come in, and then an email series that they'll get. Then it will send them to a sales page for your product and through to the checkout. So Kajabi is going to create you a checkout, a sales page, an email sequence, the form, and an opt-in page. And so then you just need to fill out the information. So it's a brilliant way to start, and it's one of the things that I love about Kajabi. We've also got, automations and events and forms, which we will come into in further detail as I go through and do these free trainings over the next week or so. And I'm very glad that this isn't too long so far. Okay, and the people area, this is the last thing that I'm going to talk about. This is your CRM, where all of your contacts are, the people that sign up onto your email list. And the very, very cool thing about Kajabi is that you can segment them. So a lot of email systems on other providers are based on lists. So you put people into different lists, but Kajabi is a little bit different. You kind of have one central list and everyone is on that list, but you can choose buckets of people from that list based on specific conditions. So we have segments, so they will have, a few segments in there that are preset, but you can actually go and create your own based on these filters. So you can filter through and do a whole lot in here. So you can filter based on activities. Say, for example, what date a contact was added or when they were active, which, was active, you could say within the last 15 days, or you could say was not active for more than 90 days. That might be a good opportunity for you to check in with someone and be like, hey, I see that you haven't logged in recently, maybe it's time to come back and revisit the content. Is there anything I can help with, etc.? So, that's a nice option for saying, just that check back in, or maybe even after 60 days, something like that. You could do based on an assessment, whether they completed, passed, or failed. And then you could, then choose that assessment, and you might want to send an email based on that, or set up that segment so that you can then include that segment, when you are emailing people, or just have it there just so you can click on the segment and just go and get a list of people who've passed or failed. You can, there's, oh my gosh, there's so many options. And, that is an entire training in itself. But it's just so nice to know that there is a lot of power and there is a lot of different ways that you can segregate people. You can, you do by tags, you can do by products they own or don't own, offers that they own or don't own, forms that they've filled out, events that they have attended. There's really cool things like in an email broadcast, you can re-email people who clicked or didn't click, opened, not opened, etc. In the actual, you can do a coupon. So whether they used it or didn't, if they were sent a coupon, or maybe you only want to send a coupon to people who haven't already used it, for example. So you might want to be like coupon used, and then you want to, go through and send that. So you can create that filter. There's custom fields as well that you can add, which gives you even further information. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be going on. I do love Kajabi. This is my complete nerd zone, and I'm on a bit of a high after their big announcements yesterday. So you've caught me on an excitable day, but it's so it's so powerful. There's so many things that you can do. I am going to run through a training on kind of like the bare minimum setup, because sometimes it can feel a little bit overwhelming because, I've raced through and I've only just scratched the surface. There's a lot of things that you can do. But sometimes it's just better to start with one simple thing first, like get your lead magnet up, start selling a course or a product. Like, selling is good, getting money into your business is good. So finding ways that you can do that, even if it's a mini course or a workshop or something like that, just to, kind of get the ball rolling, or doing a beta launch or a foundation founding member launch if you are launching a program, and kind of doing that create as you go. So I'll be looking into that as well. And yes, I think that is all for today. This is my little quick run through. So I hope you enjoyed my little tour of Kajabi. And if you do have any Kajabi questions, let me know. I'm here and happy to help. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.